Hey guys, Sean here, back again with the Frugal Wanderer, recording today on the DJI Osmo Action 4. Much better lighting day than the last time, but again, it should have some challenges because it's going in and out of dark and light, and that's okay. That's why we're testing it here. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. I do want to thank everybody that checked out the last little test video. I do appreciate that. I had a lot of fun with that. I learned a lot. I learned first off that I really like this camera. It surprised me with how well it accomplished what it did. So kudos to DJI for making some positive changes. I dig it. So not saying that the Action 3 was bad. Just I put it under a pretty stressful situation. So I set it up for failure. I set them both up for failure, and it surprised me. But anyway, it's not why we're here today. As you can see, again, walking in the woods, but that's not what we're all here about. So I have recorded some stuff over the last few weeks. There have been a few events here in Fredericton that I've enjoyed, so I thought I would kind of talk about that. I have some clips that I'll be throwing in around during this as well, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I got it sorted out. 2 weeks ago, we had the New Brunswick Highland Games here. It started 40 years ago, so it started in 1983, and I last lived here was in 79-80, so I missed it, the first one, by a few years, but I had a blast. Any excuse I have to put on my kilt and wander around is a good thing. So I went down. It was $20 for the day, which was okay. I don't mind throwing money at an event like that because I know it costs a lot to organize and get it all ready, even if it wasn't like tons of things for me to do. But I enjoyed it. It was an excuse to get out and enjoy myself. I got to try some haggis on a bun. Failed to record that. I tried, but it did not record. But I have pictures of where I got it at. And it was good. You have to enjoy haggis. But it was okay. I enjoyed it. I haven't had it in years. So for me, it was a treat to have it again. And I got to watch them, the groups playing the bagpipes and doing their formations and things, and that was really cool. And I caught a little bit of some of the Highland Games, which they were tossing the stones, I do believe. I'm not 100% sure on the terminology, so if I'm incorrect, let me know. But it was basically like stone on a, I think it was a chain, either that or a rope. But yeah, they would spin around and oof, let her go. And that was really cool. I enjoyed watching that. But it was a hot day, and they had it down at the government house. It's a great big open area that I've not been to before. I think it was my father told me it was like the RCMP area years ago, but it's a section I'd never been to, so it was nice seeing the old architecture and the building, and it was on the grounds, but the heat started to get to me. And so I was only there for a few hours instead of all day. But that was okay because I had a fun day. I talked to a few folks that were giving me grief over my kilt. It has pockets. It's one of the I've had it for God now 15 years, so I had it for a while. But I enjoy it. Just I don't wear it all the time, and any excuse to throw it on. My family heritage is Scottish. Apparently Irish too, but my grandfather would roll over in his grave if I said that I was Irish. But when I was in Ireland, there were sure a whole bunch of Seans there. And it was fun. But like I said, I went out for the day to enjoy myself, and I did. And then just this past weekend, on Monday, was a 175-year celebration of New Brunswick. Got to get the marbles out of my mouth. So it was New Brunswick Day. And from my understanding, the celebrations have been bouncing from community to community. But over the last 3 years, they've been here in Fredericton. And it was nice. They had a lot of little art vendors and shops, and they had a bunch of food trucks and live performances and things going on. And the art gallery was open to the public. I missed that. I went down a little bit later. It was open until 5. I went down, it was just after 4:30. And I did not want to rush that because it's been a long time since I've been there. And I want to go and do that on my own. So we will have hopefully a video of that if they allow for the cameras in there. If not, I'm going anyway. But allergies suck. And whatever is in full bloom right now, kicking the shit out of me every day. It kind of comes in waves, so, but it's okay. Yeah, I noticed that it was like around noon and around 6 or 7 at night, so no idea what triggered it a little bit earlier today. Well, what were we, 5:30? So yeah, we're within a half hour. It's okay. But anyway, so yeah, New Brunswick Day was fun. A little bit more crowded than I was prepared for. I know I haven't really gone into much detail on here regarding it, but in my personal life, I have basically been in isolation for the most part since the pandemic broke out. Self-imposed, by the way. Well, after everything was allowed to open again. I have colitis, so it flares up from time to time. And because of that, my immune system is not in the healthiest of shapes all the time. So I go out and I force myself to do little dribs and drabs to try to acclimatize myself. It hasn't even been a year since I've stopped wearing a mask outside. So when I say that I feel a little claustrophobic around people, there's a good reason for it. So I went down expecting not a huge crowd, and it was packed, like a lot of people. And I'm also a little self-conscious about cameras in and around people. I'm working around that. Talking in front of a lot of people with my microphones and stuff on. Still not comfortable with that yet, but we'll get there. But yeah, I had the Insta360 out, and I went and walked around with that not at my side, but I was holding it in a way so that it was not obtrusive. I didn't want people to feel self-conscious about a guy walking around with a camera. I would much rather collect like a natural feel of people with how they are experiencing it, instead of feeling self-conscious about a person with a camera. It's just a personal respect thing I have for folks. And it was a long walk. I ended up picking up a soda, like a pop, I guess we call them here. And it was like I think a hand brewed type of thing. It was delightful. It was expensive for what it was, but I don't mind. I wasn't spending a bunch of money on the food that was there. The lines for the food were massive. So I was going to grab something, but I was like, yeah, I'll just wait. And it was a civic holiday here, so most of the places were closed. So a lot of the restaurants were closed, and just a handful of things were open for the day. So made for a nice walk. And when I was walking down, took the camera out and was walking through the campus here for the University of New Brunswick. It's a school that I wanted to go to, and I didn't. I ended up going to school in Tampa. Yeah, so I guess I should open that up. Born in Canada. I think it was around 13 or 14 when my family moved down to Florida. And so I have half of my life in Canada and half of my life living in the States. And so I have traveled extensively and lived coast to coast in both countries. And so I don't even know where the fuck I was going with that statement. Anyway, rambling for no purpose. So university. Yeah, so I went to school in Florida because I was living there. And I went to USF, which is in Tampa. But I wanted to come back to Canada. I was looking at a couple of schools. But the problem was going to be getting my records transferred from an American high school and getting acceptance in Canada. It was going to be a pain in the ass. So I was already having enough trouble with it as it was. So I skipped it. I just went to school down there. But now that I'm back, I love walking through the campus. It's not too far from where I live. And it's a beautiful campus. It's on the hill. It's a pain in the ass to walk up. Walking down, it's a treat. But yeah, I'm not ready for up and down, up and down, up and down at my age. But I try. But yeah, the last 2 weeks have been fun. Like I said, I've been forcing myself out to do a few more things. Next week, I have a couple more little excursions planned. There are 2 markets here. There's one on Saturdays and another night one on Thursdays. I'm just going to try to record those next week. And what else? Oh, there's the haunted walk. So there's a nighttime walk that I want to do next week. So I got to check the weather and see how everything goes. Might do one of them this weekend. We'll see. But, a couple of little things. I'm having a hard time figuring out what to do here. So, my apologies as I learn and process what I want to do and put it into action. It's great having grandiose plans, but implementing them can always be a bit of a pain. So, but I'm working on it. And if you can't tell, there's a bit of a slope here and a bit of a grade. So I went from being slightly winded to very winded. But yeah, I'm gonna go finish my walk and enjoy the woods. And I will see you guys hopefully next week. My plan is to try to have one of these every week. I may miss a week or so because of work and schedules and things to do and weather, all that stuff. But if you like what I'm doing, as they always say for YouTube, comments help, liking helps. Feel free to subscribe if you're interested. If there are things you think I can do to do better, feel free. Positive comments for suggestions, always appreciated. The inevitable "you suck" doesn't really do anything for me. I already know that. But anyway, I will see you guys in our next one. Take care, buddy. Bye-bye.